28 Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 17, Hill looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack?
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Looking to throw again on second down. Hill. And this one's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Hill. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, Hill. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
There you go. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position. The 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle they go. Washington. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
57 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the 17, Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now it's Burrow.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
Here we go. That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers type.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
62 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it, and we just saw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now Burrow on first down. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits.
And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, touchdown Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And He's got Hurst, his tight end. The 20. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Passing. It's Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and goal, Washington. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and goal. Dalton.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here's Dalton to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst in a 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing again on second down. Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First and 10 for Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
Now Dalton.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Dalton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second and goal. Dalton. And it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Burrow will throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Burrow on play action. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
11 Thomas.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now it's Burrow.
Able to find Higgins.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Draw play, Washington. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first